All right, we're about to get started. Just hold on one more second while we get everything set up. Okay, so before we get started, we want to make sure that you can hear us okay. So the way that we can tell that is if you can raise a hand. That lets us know that our audio is working and we're all connected on the webinar today. Great. Thank you. Okay, so welcome. It is April 14th and the time is 9:32. Thank you for attending via webinar today. Before we get started, we would like to introduce the staff members from the divisions of professions and occupations that are present via webinar. My name is Darcy Magnuson, and I am a regulatory analyst with the division. Also attending is Zen Mayhew. Actually, I don't think that Zen is here. Nate Brown is a policy analyst, and Elena Kemp is a regulatory coordinator. Let me verify to see if Zen is on. No, it does not look like it. We'll be facilitating the stakeholder meeting today. The division has transitioned to a platform that is 100% virtual amidst concerns with the spread of COVID-19, and we appreciate your flexibility. As many of you have been to DORA stakeholder meetings before, we would like to reiterate the importance of your comments today. DORA makes decisions every day that may affect your life and your business. Your input is vital in the rulemaking process. Throughout this process, our goal is to create regulations that clarify and explain legislation, ensure minimum competency to enter and continue to practice, and provide only what is absolutely necessary for consumer protection without creating unnecessary barriers to the marketplace. Your input will be part of the information that goes to the director as she considers whether to adopt or amend the rules we'll be discussing today. More specifically, Rule 1.2, rules and regulations relating to education and training or service gained during military service. The process. So this meeting is being recorded and will be posted on the program's website at a later date. As this stakeholder meeting is held solely by webinar, please raise your hand by using the hand icon if you would like to speak, and we can unmute your line so you'll be heard by everyone, or you can type in a question or a comment in the question section and we will read it out loud. Before we start taking comments, we ask that you, to anyone wanting to provide comments on the draft language, state your name and who you represent. Feel free to provide either general comments on the rule changes or specific comments on the proposed language. Keep your comments limited to 3 to 5 minutes or less and try not to repeat something that was already said. Stating that you're in full agreement with someone else works just fine and will be noted. If you are using audio through your computer, please remember to put any phones on vibrate or turn them off. And whether you are using computer or phone audio, try to keep background noises to a minimum when speaking. Hopefully you're not logged in with audio on your phone and your computer, because if you are and you try to speak, we'll get quite a bit of feedback. So with that, we will go ahead and start taking comments. So you can either raise your hand and we can unmute you, or you can type in questions into the question feature and we can read those out loud so that they're captured on the recording. So we'll give you a few minutes. We have the draft rules showing on the screen in case you want to see them. They were also provided with the notice of today's meeting on the website and also in the email blast. So I'm not seeing any raised hands or questions come through yet. Just in case you're mid-typing or formulating thoughts, we'll go ahead and give you until 9:39. That's a couple more minutes from now, and then we'll proceed if we don't have any questions or comments. All right, so I don't see any hands raised, and we haven't received any written questions or comments. So we will go ahead and move forward with the meeting. Thank you for participating in today's meeting. The stakeholder comments and program recommendations will be presented to the director for consideration following the permanent rulemaking hearing, actually prior to the permanent rulemaking hearing on May 15th, 2020. At the formal hearing, stakeholders will have another opportunity to testify and provide additional input as needed. Please remember, if there's anything that you think of between now and the permanent rulemaking hearing and you want to provide written comments, we always welcome those. And we ask that you send them to the general mailbox for rulemaking, which is dora_dpo_rulemaking@state.co.us. And we will accept written comments up to the date of the hearing. That email address is included on all of our notices that we send out. So if you're ever looking for it, the notices are a good place to check. That concludes the stakeholder meeting. Thank you again for participating, and we are going to end the webinar now.